Hi Blues, welcome to MCFC 9320 Pubcast. Hope you're all well. Just thought I'd do a little bit of a preview for tomorrow, against Brighton. Hopefully we'll get the Dippers' defeat out of our system tomorrow. I don't want to dwell too much on it, but everybody who was watching that game knows that our goal should have stood and Salah's shouldn't have stood, because it hit his hand. But that's gone out of the way now. It's what happens tomorrow now and onwards before they break up for the World Cup. Just a couple of things before I get into what I think the lineup should be tomorrow. Jamie Carragher is whinging that City didn't give him any permission when David Silva was at City because they just refused him to do an interview with Carragher. I'm not surprised, Carragher, because you're an absolute rat. You are probably the worst pundit out there, and that is saying something. So well done City on that one. But City need to start banning a few journalists as well, because there's some clowns what are just generating absolute nonsense about our club. So it's about time we just banned them from going to the Etihad. It's wrong. It's just clickbait, and it's about time City took a stance on it. Erling Haaland is being touted to be the first £1 billion player by one of his representatives. She's turned around and she's basically said that Erling's more than happy to negotiate a new contract and stuff like that. She's not ruled it out, which is positive, from our side, because it just takes away all that stupid nonsense about the media, what I've just been going on about. But me personally, I just let the lad crack on, because there's a lot of hype around him at the moment. He's a fantastic player, but just he's 22. Just let him play football, let him get on with it, and just enjoy, the stuff he does on the pitch and off the pitch as well, because he seems an absolute top lad off the pitch as well. Tomorrow on Brighton. This is what I think the lineup should be tomorrow. I don't know whether you agree with me. I would start with obviously Ederson. I'd let Cancelo start as well. Although when I'm at the match, I get behind every single player. I'm not slaughtering them now. It's an opinion, and there is a huge difference, and some people can't differentiate between that. Cancelo, in my humble opinion, has had a very poor season. Yes, he's had a couple of man of the match performances this season. I'd expect him to, because he's an absolutely fantastic player. However, I don't know whether the Madrid talk has got into his head, but he's just not doing it consistently this season for us, and he needs to go back to basics a little bit, for me, in my opinion. So come on, Cancelo, have a good game tomorrow, and and start kicking on. I'd have Ake playing on the left side of the centre backs, with Diaz to the right, with Akanji playing right back. Akanji's just been brilliant this season for me. He had a bit of a dodgy game against Liverpool, but overall, I think he's been sensational since he joined us, and I love watching him play as well. There's been loads of comparisons between Akanji and also Vincent Kompany, and I can see that, I really can, but he's got a long way to go, and he's the kind of lad who'll keep his feet on the ground anyway. I think he's proven that already since he's joined us. The midfield, what I'd come out with tomorrow, Grealish definitely, because I thought he was playing his best football for us, before Pep rested him for, I think it was it the Copenhagen match, and he should have started, in my opinion, he should have started against Liverpool, but he didn't. So I think if he starts tomorrow, it'll do him the world of good as well. De Bruyne, Bernardo and Rodri with Foden on the right, I would go, because Foden seems to play really, really well on the right. So I'd keep him there ahead of Mahrez and Alvarez at the moment. Although Alvarez, there's still loads to come from him, but let's settle him in. Let's not rush him, because he's still a young lad. He's in a different country, different culture and all that. So just let's have a bit of patience with him. And Pep's doing absolutely the right thing, in my opinion. Haaland up front, he didn't score against Liverpool and everyone's making a big deal of it. you know something, the lad scored 20 goals for us already this season. And when I say big deal of it, I'm not on about City fans. I'm on about all, because Núñez has scored a couple for Liverpool. You know, he seems to be the darling again. So just let Haaland do what Haaland does best. You know, bang the goals in. I'm sure he'll reward us tomorrow. If Pep goes with that lineup, do you agree with that lineup, Blues? I think that's a very strong, if not the strongest squad starting lineup we could go with. So tell us your thoughts. Would you go with that? If you like what we do as well, Blues, you know, just if you don't mind, subscribe to the channel. You know, it helps us, you know, put content out there and stuff like that, and it'll help us bring, you know, stuff in the future. Tomorrow, it's Sunday. The podcast will be on. Hopefully, we'll have a good, funny guest. I'll leave it at that. Hopefully, we'll have some really, really good on Sunday. So tune into that one, and let's hope we get back to winning ways tomorrow. You know, against Brighton of Hove Albion. Have a good weekend, Blues. Speak soon. Bye bye.